What is the true nature of the self beyond all stories? Here are three things that are a reminder. The true self, which is your true self, my true self as well, is presence without identity, action without ownership, and clarity without voice. So, presence without identity points to awareness that is vividly here, but not organized around a story of me, the ego me. The personal self is a transient construct shaped by thoughts and experiences, while what you are more deeply is the open field in which these constructs arise and subside. This presence is not an object that you can locate. It is the sheer fact of being conscious, a timeless now, in which separation softens and experience appears as one undivided display. When resting as this, identity becomes functional rather than ultimate. The persona is used, of course, like a tool in the way I'm using this device right now called a computer. So it becomes a tool. It's not who you are. It's not mistaken anymore for the ground of being. What about action without ownership? Action without ownership describes movement of the body mind in which the sense of I am the author and owner of this act falls away or has fallen away. Non-dual traditions, Advaita Vedanta frames this as the difference between karma, which is action bound by doership, and akarma, action in which the wise know themselves as non-doers even as activity continues. From this view, all activity belongs to the play of nature, causes and conditions flowing through the organism. This is the tool, the organism, while consciousness itself remains free, never actually touched by action or result. Life still functions, roles are still fulfilled, but the inner contraction around my success, my failure, my merit, my blame relaxes, and with it the karmic tightening created by ownership. And finally, clarity without voice. Clarity without voice is the luminous knowing that does not depend on inner commentary or conceptual articulation. Descriptions of witness consciousness, and if you take the stand as witness consciousness, then you encounter it as a silent awareness that sees thoughts, emotions, and sensations without becoming them, distinct from the mental voice that narrates experience. This clarity precedes language. It is an awake cognizance in which phenomena are vividly apparent, empty of fixed self, and yet ultimately themselves. Ultimately themselves. Insight here does not arrive as a sentence, but as a direct, choiceless scene, like recognizing the sky as open before you formulate any idea of what we call sky. So these three interpenetrate. Presence without identity is the ground. It's awareness free of a solid someone at the center. Action without ownership is that ground in motion, life happening without a separate doer who claims it. And clarity without voice is the ground's knowing, a silent, self-luminous understanding that does not need to speak itself to be real. It is also called pure knowing. Okay. So, one simple illustration of this: sitting quietly, a decision arises to stand and pour tea. The body moves. The tea is poured. Sensations, sounds, warmth are clear. In that moment, it is evident that no solid owner initiated the act, that everything unfolded spontaneously in a field of wordless, centerless presence. This is awakening.